Guys, and welcome back to another video on the wrestling review. I knew this will be a sort of rundown and review of Wrestlepalooza. Basically, the event was um basically pushing the Brock Lesnar John Cena match. It was on the event posters, etc. and all the promos. And as we'll get into, like it was a big down, even the ESPN seemed a bit disappointed with it, as my US viewers will tell you. Um, or Superuza as the first of the ESPN and in the US as the main roster pay-per-views have now migrated over. Um, so we start off we start off with a video package of ESPN and the off of it, and obviously the various interviews and clips at WWE on Sports Center or etc. There's even a clip of a younger version of Vince McMahon, and I think he's introducing superstars, and that I think that was a Sports Center actually. We see a few of we see the Tuesday night Titans, etc. And all of that with into the and you see the Sports Center sort of promos with Undertaker, Colbert, then you see past um and and you see past WWE moments, and then the video ends by Triple H saying sports has always been entertainment. Then you see Triple H and the angle welcoming the some viewers on on ESPN to WWE. Says if you haven't tuned into WWE before, expect the spectacle, expect surprises, etc. Although we didn't get too many surprises, then he said that's a sports entertainment in its final form. Are you ready, Baladibo? Then you see a Moku off in its partner Kiffy. He makes his way backstage. You see all the way through to Gorilla position is the pumping Mike Hayes, and I'm not a fan of the as obviously it kinda screws up the whole sort of version of kayfabe, as Michael Hayes is no longer an on-air talent. He's more in the producer type role backstage. Um, but um, but it is, or it is, he's outgoing and he's out calling the first um, three matches on the card, and they begin with um, um, and then we'll begin with Brock Lesnar on Cena. So out comes Steel Lesnar. Or like I'm really getting what the Brock Lesnar comes out, he's a visual entrance, but into a pyro on a show. He had pyro after the ESPN sort of introduction segment at the start of the show. Then Lesnar as his iconic um ask a pose. I don't know how you would call it. I don't know what you'd call it. Sorry. He makes his way there, and then it's John Cena who comes out. Um, who, who comes out with like a dozen kids on the um, and obviously they're very excited to be here and to be Eric's try John Cena's what's a one but t short to signify Indiana P. Just kill us guys, so let me know in the comments if I've got all that correct. I don't really watch NBA anymore. Well, that was a fad, that was a fad to me, and I was younger, and I've kind of get out of it. He comes out with a very hyperactive kid. I think that's a bit I think that's a bit of confiliation as you get Burrow Hawk who basically destroyed my Cole and Corey Graves in the night before as unoriginal as that segment was. It still kinda kills it still kinda kills the belief that this is a personal feud. When you've got Cena and you've got Cena with a bunch of 12-year-old kids on the ramp. This one is basically a stop Osma. It was similar to the SummerSlam 24. It was very sort of boring and finisher, spammy and baroque. So it's not had the majority of the offense. Cena at the end comes back, hits him, um, hit, um, hits him on one, um, hits him on one, war shoulder tackles, Baroque is goes down on the fourth on on Cena then hits him three. He is Baroque so and hits him um and the and hits him on six. He is and on six he decides to pin him and gets the and gets the victory. I have no interest in I have no interest in seeing a rematch between these two. Get this off my paper review. Um, and I'm kinda sick to the teeth of Baroque is none because every match is just the same these days. There's no variation of the matches, and yeah, in my opinion, is absolutely shite in my opinion. And it's um yeah, eight ma and it's hold on till we get the time up exact. Oh, 8 minutes and 50 seconds, so that it's entrances. And yes, emailed shit from Barack is not, it's not for it's you and yeah, I didn't enjoy this match too much. The second match on the card is Usos versus the Vision Baron Barry Kurt and Bronson to from Paul Heyman, who gave Baroque is another the introduction during the announcement of the first match. Heyman actually announced the is not as the real ass kicker. And I mean, or Oxney with being his owner, you need to start building, you need to start building up new stars, and you thought, and you thought in the Triple H era, and it started, you were going only see um a sort of evolution, evolution, if you want to use that one. I'll for I'm using it as the Dow Jacks to build new stars, but obviously not. And now you have a guy that's now you have a guy that's in front and saying or of the Janelle Grant or also competing on your car. It really doesn't look um it really doesn't it really doesn't feel right. Um but yeah, then make it to this Kingdom Arch but the vision of the says that so this went 17 minutes and 12 seconds. Um, and yeah, and you have him and out the like and you have him and out the like cheering on, but or recurring till you hear the since they were on the Usos theme, Jace she's iconic dance, so you hear Jay's theme song to that. And if you're an ESPN viewer, you're like, Here the hell's my so and if you haven't done before, obviously, like that, obviously been in it, full some video, of course to get the odd sort of act down or the tone sort of insufferable music in between my actions, cause ESPN take breaks during their paper audio content out of the year and obviously for us over in Scotland and obviously in the other parts of the UK you get treated to the be right back horrible smackdown music that sounds like one of these novel earring ones I detest that piece of music if you seen the SmackDown just before night of champions hear it for to over to that be right back screen during the Cody Rhodes Randy Orton segment because there was a technical fault with the screens um, of the screens in Saudi Arabia that night and it cut the whole segment. Um, and yeah, and it was stuck on for about half an hour with that annoying tune every time I hear that bit of music. I kinda get horrible flashbacks to that, and it's just not very good. Um, but obviously, this my obviously this match I felt was uh, hard this second match. I was Ellen being the guest being the guest referee. I did a bit of the old um what's entertainment kind of or um action based drama to the match, and I actually thought this is the best Usos match. And then but years obviously it's the first match back back as a team. I actually felt as though it was getting a bit stable when they were still together because they were just facing the same teams all the time. But now Buddy are in and Bronson he did on a team that provide the different matchup for all them. Elwin ain't just decided to, let him although he, although he tells although he tells her it off but as our own for attempting to use a chair and actually Aaron Amir Soma at the way through the match and outside jail so tries a dive tries a dive almost touch in night almost touch in night but then um but then of so he gets sorry, he n- um um eighth answer dive is intended for him, so we get a bit of tension. So you get a bit of tension between the two of them. Um, so that so the actions goes back into their own obviously obviously the cheers get you used obviously when reading but career use the cheers and so that was his J to be warm open heart to he is a cheer something ounces off his forehead and just action. So he's obviously a person on and the end obviously a siege he actually fulfilled and cheered her on scenery he already he spit also on the outside again and the and 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 its mask yours is the Usos take era breakable a cuspid in super kicks the canvas of Usos us aerial rocks ashes that it and rakes up the for all and and until onto the end of the match of the table that was up on and over social stuff got onto the rocked up table right or hits this year and obviously it gets a victory off the and animal memory eaten body he killed the man to your hands of is but I I just basically kill he palms them off actually actually a thought for or a but a second that night is gonna heal and hit Jay if the BF is a bit of a pull or meant to here he kinda got in Jay's um he kinda got in Jay's line of vision as he was delivering as he was oh delivering offense but um apart from that guys I thought it was a decent I thought it was a decent contest and I really enjoyed that I really enjoyed it but the next match on the card is obviously is definitely it's definitely Erdif eaten Ioska. I but Dif eaten Ioska. I boom a pun all for the victory. It did them a miserable. Arnold heavy with championship. And I actually thought that is the best match of the night. Because obviously you had a lot of uh, fundamental bass so and um etc. Very sort of reminiscent and obviously when you're watching Eos guys and yeah, I felt it's pretty good. She sells it the whole time. She ends up catching for in the cross face, etc. Would count or swing but then responds with dragon squirrel clips a succession of them. Eoska, I then hit some drop kick, then gets definitely a care stag on and towards the end of the match. Obviously because of the damage to the suffered. She hits a Spanish foul. Aye, but then he injures and he gets a count on the air and 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 she tries and she tries or a running but that get but I get but injures and even more and that one will get she she then was up top for the over them and so again and he sort of about definitely time to recover and she hits it and she hits a pretty spectacular or spiral um spiral tap maneuver and gets a victory and and she becomes a new world heavyweight champion at away in 2 minutes and 11 seconds. We kind of shake hands actually if or ask and Kylie is seen with Davis so he come down and attacks and attack EO because obviously um that's a direction um headed in but as I've seen and after the form of the each control um us asks even offered to accompany you down to the inside or on your but EO said he says I need to do this by myself. So yeah, so obviously that's only ramp up the tension. But then when you get to the tag, but then when we get to the X tag match, CM Punk and AJ he defeats Effort and defeats Seth Rollins by the black a dose of ashen to get the victory at 29 minutes and 18 seconds. I felt that I felt this match was a lot of fun, a lot of awesome, a lot of awesome here for always extra and um and then basically the first half of the match but is is obviously is Stephen Becky having a sort of if Punk not allowing AJ to get the hot tag again, but as soon as AJ comes in, she looks pretty decent. All the um, um, and everybody was doing funny shots on each other, uh, you know, and should them see Punk in a sharpshooter or Punk's trying to are out of it. Punk in his uh, in a sharpshooter. You have AJ and have AJ mean, and then hitting a stomp to the ephemeral all and she even had the mother Owens in the battle act a do for all the aim in the match obviously but obviously so big is that then gonna get them and over AJ but but obviously AJ kept obviously AJ kicks out AJ will eventually era send the power to and and Becky and so now so now you see uh, his potential next challenger. I think that'll happen at Crown Jewel. I think Becky and she'll score the victory and then this will be dragged out over the next couple of pay-per-views and I think he'll be the one to his own Becky eventually. But you have to give Becky the one and Crown Jewel another from another for that uh, eventual outcome to actually have any significance. But overall, I enjoyed the fourth match. I felt it was a fun sort of tag team um match. I enjoyed it and everybody is seemed to enjoy it and a ring, and so did the whole Ivan around obviously in Indianapolis. So then like kind of uh, like it's just eyes Triple H had been referring uh, had been referring to over the course of the weekend have Undertaker amount is a or American but Adas in can power it more if the I X H or so he comes out and asks Stephanie McMahon if he can sit beside or in the front on a row and he asks if there's question how long have we on each other and argue and argue is kind of it's a bit well, X and obviously Undertaker reveals Stephanie McMahon as the first inductee into next year's Hall of Fame. Obviously, obviously, he just obviously just before so Uza I had them stuck on I had them stuck on till Ash 1999 and as the older are undertaken or abducted Stephanie McMahon at the end of that he are viewing the Ministry of Darkness story and so I had a chuckle I kinda had a chuckle throughout this segment. I think Undertaker is suffering from Stockholm's syndrome, but nah, no seriousness. It's very well deserved and congratulations to Stephanie McMahon and very well deserved. Is an integral part of the Attitude Era, especially as she come up as an on-air personality and character, and obviously she's been influential behind the scenes, etc. And you get some dates going, that's blatant nepotism and bloody blah. But she was also involved in, she was also involved in some of the biggest ever storylines in the most influential period in WWE history. A date so of course she's gonna be in touch it so yeah I don't really buy that as an argument and so then you get to the main event what there was defeated Jeremiah McIntyre retain the WWE undisputed championship, and then all and then all came in of it, and obviously it was a great you bring me it about the if head pro that roads actually so and actually so offer um dur during the kill in more through than an unstable spot and there's a couple of moments Jaro Jaro only Sertra has a cure in Oran Arang ge- um but on gets a very cool Osin Yafo Jaro actually the Omen Steve Osta half of them actually gets to get some more odds on the outside. I attempts the same sort of attempts the same sort of or 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 odds actually kind of so aids out the and just or who ends up hitting his own wall against rather than unstable, it sets up pro odds or fantastic odds or then odds catches him um catches him and Russell odds and gets a very predictable um ring on Android enjoyed them some of this. I felt Giroud, I felt Giroud gave a good showing etc. But you know, but we all but we all expected Rhodes to get the victory. He has obviously has put the title back on him, and obviously. And obviously it's on the big match that Jerry is j- been out and obviously they will ask him just title match he came out on top and is this or in match at WrestleMania 49 he only he held to the belt for about 1 minute before the evening priest Ashton, so so he's now kind of stick to Ashley Castle Cardiff, so Ashley Castle Scotland, but off off of the Ashley Castle matches here pretty it um is office or you get Ashton at WrestleMania and he's not really had a substantial title on since the pandemic. I was gonna say the name of the but is only say the name of the virus, but I thought about it or giving you YouTube's straight all to say it's ridiculous. It's that you can't say certain um easies on YouTube and he's he's or it is, or it is, and obviously that was the last sort of job title or on the jury who's had any started and he started it in an empty NXT performance center or against but or Rock Lesnar or um in a very short one and it's and it's just but so arch and his very first and his very first to defense is up against Sean match but obviously at some point something's got to give home. If obviously with my McIntyre you can't have him pull losing the big match. He's but as eventual he could jump ship to AE up or Impact or even Japan. So you've got to come up on some time. But yeah, overall, I felt it was an okay match, and I'm only give the SP. I'm gonna give the SP per view a 7.5. Only sort of I'm gonna sort of retract points from based on the reason of the first offering of the art I felt but there's nothing else is just on Cena. I'm getting sick of seeing this combination match and I'm also getting sick and tired of Brock Lesnar or having the same style the same style of match. I'm getting sick and tired of him and Jenner. Oh, it's time to build on you who's ups opera line and Brock Lesnar. I don't hear how many people are cheering him in the arena. The guys and the guys ill as shit. He's creatively exhausted. He himself he's a two-timer Royal Rumble winner. He's Money in the Bank winner. He's multiple heavyweight championships. He's the king of the ring winner. He's basically on everything he can. So you can't really do much more of him, and I'm sick of him to be honest. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts in the comments. But that's my thoughts on that's my thoughts in the paper of you. I'd be interested to know your thoughts in the comment section. And let me know your thoughts down below. And I would just like to say, can we stop the broccoli. Isn't reliance on him because we need to start building up others. But I know he'll be factored into the next and few pay-per-views and some capacity, so remember to like, share, and subscribe and know you of what's in the comment section, and I'll see you very soon.